Well, good morning. It's still morning here in Tokyo. Welcome to the live stream. I am at home with my puppies. Hiromi is at work right now. She will be home pretty soon. Gordon Graham, Jackie, Louise, Cobrat. Vicky, you're not getting one today, by the way. Um, Swastik, hey, how are you? Let me grab a cold one before this begins. Bayou, good morning, and thank you all for joining. Chibi, why is it every time I go on a camera, you start freaking out? The tongue has started. Can you see it in the corner there? Oh, hi, Indigo. Hey, Peter. Robert, good morning. So, today is a lot of people have been asking me. See, here she goes. Like, seriously. Seriously. Jimmy, stop. Ugh. A lot of people have asked me, I've lived here for 15 years, and a lot of people ask me what it's like to live in Japan and what problems do I encounter, what things do I like. So in this live stream for the people that are here, I thought, if you wanted to ask certain questions and so on and so forth, by all means. But I really wanted to give I guess my thoughts on living in Japan, things that I've done wrong, things that I think I do pretty good, and just what like daily life is all about. Um, I am a permanent resident here in Japan for like the last, I don't know, 9 or 10 years. Japan is my home now. And a lot of people ask me, will I be moving back to Canada? And just the answer is no. Hi, B, by the way. Your drinking buddy is not home right now. Just saying. Yes, Chibi. Hi. Got my coffee. Yeah, this is my favorite coffee mug, by the way. I should be using a freaking TD cup or my food session cup because Luis keeps telling me to do that. But yeah, it's just this cup. And it says Starbucks. And y'all know how much I hate Starbucks because I actually mentioned that yesterday. I have no idea what she's doing. So, I guess 30 years, eh? Wow. Gordon Grant, neither will I move back to Canada. Oh my God, the dog is so cute. Hey, thanks, Morris. I like your original TD cup. Thank you, Pheng. And guys, talk hockey. You know what I'm talking about. Damn, Wannamaker was at the Sacramento Kings game, I guess, with the Toronto Raptors. And he kept showing us pictures. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So maybe, what's his name again? Sorry, Gordon can chime in. He probably has a lot of experience, more than I do, of course. NBA is cool, really. Or the short one in the picture. Yeah, I don't know which one I am, Konaman. But so a little bit of back history for anybody that doesn't know who I am, why I came to Japan. And I have said this on many a video before, is my girlfriend at the time, my first wife, became pregnant and in Canada, and hey, Panda Moon, and basically moved back to Japan and didn't want to raise our son in Canada, Hamilton, Ontario. And yeah, I can't blame her anyways, right? Maybe if we lived in Vancouver, it would have been nice, even though I did live in Vancouver for 20 years. Excuse me. Thanks, Fang. I appreciate it. I really do. At least I'm not drinking whiskey. Oh my God, the weekend was crazy. Off topic here. Oh, that was just a crazy, crazy ass weekend. But yeah, Gordon, I want to get into that, and I'm actually in the process of actually making a video, my way, of course, about comparisons between Tokyo, LA, New York, Vancouver, Toronto, London, a lot of the major cities around the world. Because a lot of people think Tokyo is so expensive, but it's not. Hey, I lived in Hamilton for years. Steeltown, Oski Wee Wee, Oski Wawa, Holy Mackinac, Eat 'em Raw. I used to work for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. But anyways, so yeah, in 2005, I moved over here. And I can shorten this up. Basically, Drew has left nothing but destruction in his wake over the last 20 years. Hello, Dekwan. Oh, yeah. And thanks for those posts on Reddit. You did a pretty good job. So yeah, I moved here in 2005, and with all my savings from my sports bar, Angelo Moscow Hamilton reference, absolutely, brother. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I just know that I wanted to be here in Japan. When I first came here, I fell in love with it, but it was the typical tourist. Wow, look at the temples. Wow, look at the food. Wow, look at the pocket rockets. You know, so on and so forth. And after I did not work here for 6 months. The company I worked for, I had some friends working there, and basically they talked me into working for the company. And I thought it was a pretty good gig, you know. And I at first, you know, like the language was a problem, and it still is today. I don't bullshit anybody. I wasted 15 years of not learning Japanese, thinking I could get by. My stubborn OMS attitude of, well, everybody speaks English everywhere in the world, so I should be okay. And yeah, I was wrong. And it took you 15 years to be fluent. I always say I speak kindergarten Japanese. I can't put sentences together. And do I need to change my channel name more? Why would you do that? But anyways, by fluent I mean able to read the newspaper. See, I can read train signs, license plates. Not all, of course, but no, I just you know, so that's one of my downfalls. And I know Dekwan will probably use part of this video to post again because they like to make fun of me on Reddit, which is fun. Hey, and don't ban moderators. Don't ban Dekwan yet. We'll ban him later on if he gets carried away. And now Drew is basically a shell of a man with a small lapdog. A cry for help. Make Drew great again. Oh, Dekwan, thanks for the $14 last on the weekend. But yeah, that was one of my downfalls. Is so Drew, I'm new. What do you do in Japan? I'll get into that in a minute. Just remind me. So my biggest downfall was not learning the language or being able to study. Now, because I work for an English teaching company, can you say, ready? Eikaiwa. Is that how you say it, Dekwan? I just want to make sure. You know, predominantly we're speaking English in the office. We don't speak Japanese in the lessons. So I came up with this, oh, I don't need to learn Japanese. Hey, time traveler, how are you? And honestly, that follow the sun, how are you? Hey, I have a message for you, follow the sun. Number one, thank you for trying to join in the private live stream. That was fun. Number two is I still can't send you emails. You need to change something in your email so that I can actually send it, because it gets rejected every time I send out to the TD crew and the whole email list. So just, I gotta go. Take care, all. Robert, I hope you're doing well. Cheers. Hey, William Logan in the house. How are you, brother? Glad that you're here. And I guessed it right when you left the comment, and I commented back that the girlfriend probably came by, and that's why you weren't around yesterday. But no worries. So yeah, number one, my downfall is not being able to speak Japanese. But that, you know, millions upon millions of people come to Japan. They visit. And even if you come here for a visit, or, you know, you are an English teacher, hello, A1, how are you? You can still get by. Like, even if you don't know Japanese that well, you know, there's enough tourism here that people actually speak English, right? How many Chinese in this world move to Canada or America and they can't speak a lick of English, right? Kind of the same thing. But I'm not going to defend myself or defend anybody else that doesn't learn the language. Um, if you're going to live here, yeah, you should learn Japanese, or at least enough to get by. And I have learned enough to get by. She's being creepy right now. That's what language interpreters are for. That's what Google is for. You know, there's all kinds of things out there. So a lot of people like to bug me about my language ability. It doesn't really bother me that much. And yeah, please smash that like button. It really helps out. Drew, seriously, a whole world opens up when you become fluent and makes things incredibly easy. I agree, Gordon. And that, like I said, that's my downfall, is not learning the language. But it hasn't stopped me. Because I still am okay, and I feel. Do I have communication problems with my wife, Hiromi? Yes. She speaks amazing English. For those of you that have met her or seen her on video or anything like that. But we still have communication breakdowns. Is that an AC/DC song? Born and raised in USA, can't speak English. Vicky. But a lot of people ask me, like, how do I feel now? Oh, Led Zeppelin. Oh, yeah, that's right, Gordon. Thanks. How do I feel about living in Japan? And that's what I'm talking about today. I feel okay. You know, do I know everything about Japan? No. Good luck if you do know everything about Japan, really. A1 asks, how difficult or easy is it to become a permanent resident in Japan? Is it very hard to get that status? And did Hiromi-san have to give up her Japanese citizenship when she married you? No. Permanent residency was easy for me. I got it 10 years ago because I was married to my first wife and we have a wonderful son. I had 2 3-year visas. So I got it in 2011, sorry, 9 years ago. And on my third renewal or my second renewal, I just applied for permanent residency and got it. So, which I have to actually redo my visa or my resident card or whatever you call that this year, and my passport. Damn. Chibi, really? Moko is relaxing. So, permanent residency for me is easy. If you're not married, you don't have kids, you might have to wait the 10 years or, you know, whatever it may be. But yeah, if we do buffer, I'm straight on data. So if it buffers or anything, that's on your end, just refresh. How do I get along with everybody here in Japan? I think fine. And your wife is not a language problem, Drew. It's a woman-man thing. Yeah, you could be right, Christian. But I think, you know, like we communicate quite well. But, you know, like sometimes I can't communicate very well either with certain customers in my business. But I don't deal with customers. I'm an office worker. Now, somebody asked me, what do I do for a living? I work for an English teaching company. I am the foreign manager, I guess you could say, for the prefecture of Saitama, which is just north of where I live in Tokyo here. But I'm also the, I guess, regional foreign manager. I look after all the prefectural managers and their teachers in the Kanto region. So, hey, Marty, how are you? So, I like Saitama. There's an old saying for you guys, Google it or whatever, but they call Saitama like Da Saitama. It's not as busy as Tokyo. Hey, Betty. Hey, I'm glad you finally caught a live stream. And I like Saitama. I like Omiya. It's like the little Shinjuku to me, really. Da Sai means uncool. It does, yes. Saitama, I guess Gordon might agree with me on this. It's kind of like your blue collar prefecture, or whatever you want to call it. Dekwan asks, Drew, when will there be layoffs in the Eikaiwa game? Eikaiwa, is that how you say it? Probably not. The virus thing has made everybody off work right now. But I bet you by this time next week, there'll be a lot of people back to work. At least we hope. If it does drag on, I have no idea, man. Like, I'm just lucky to be working. I feel sorry for my teachers, and I'm not going to get into that. But my company came up with a system to make sure that everybody gets paid. So it is what it is. And every company is different, offering teachers different things. But my teachers got 2 weeks off, and hopefully everything go back to normal. Do I have 6 months salary saved and more? Yes. Or just no, I ran out of hub tokens on the weekend, man. You got to donate more money, Deck One. That's all there is to it, right? There are awesome pockets like Chichibu. Chichibu is an amazing place in Saitama. Mountains, rivers, nature, so much stuff there. So while we were on this topic, did you ever have any resentment, sense of loss, or homesickness leaving your family in Canada and living in Japan permanently? No, I did not. My family is predominantly from the Hamilton, Kitchener, Ontario, Canada area, and I lived in Vancouver. I hitchhiked to Vancouver back in the mid 80s and stayed there for years, right? I've lived all over. I've lived in Montreal, Toronto, Windsor, Ontario, Vancouver. I've traveled a few places, and Japan, really feels like home. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question anyways. Hey, Paula, how are you? Hope the job is doing well. To step up and buy some shots. No, but Deck One, you can buy me a shot. I'll go over there and get my apple whiskey right now. So yeah, downfall is the language, and I'm as honest as I can. I should have learned the language. I should have. And I don't. I speak kindergarten Japanese. That is a downfall. I do struggle. And do I have the time? I make excuses about it. So do I have the time? Probably. You got to make time, right? But for me, studying has never been good. Hey, Ascension, how are you? You're right, Deck One. I'll agree with you. I have become lazy in studying Japanese. So, but let's change the topic now, okay? Because I know that you're just saying these comments and da-da-da-da-da-da so that you can use at least something in this video. So yeah, daily life in Japan, commuting. Somebody mentioned commute on your commute or something like that. I bet you I know the train system here in Japan way better than most people. I travel around the Kanto region on a daily basis. If I'm not going to my office in Omiya, I'm going to schools to see my teachers. Moko, what are you doing? So I have no problem traveling. The trains here, they do have 3 languages basically, or at least 2, Japanese and English. Sometimes they have Chinese. So I have no problem traveling. Shopping, I have really no problems. I know most ingredients here. And honestly, if I don't know something, I have the ability to ask what it is. Or I can just use the Google translator to read the kanji that I don't know. There are a lot of ways to overcome um, language barrier, I guess you could say. Perhaps you can go to Japanese language school or workshops for people whose Japanese is their second language. I'm sure they have those classes somewhere. They do. City Hall. Don't forget Korean. Korean also, yeah. Trains literally go everywhere. Can't swing a cat without hitting a train station. Pretty much, right? Drew gets by with a taxi cab. Okay, I have no idea what that. Toko desu ka? William Logan, he's asking, where are you? So yeah, besides the language, I can communicate good enough to live here. I can communicate good enough to get by. I can ask directions. If I took a taxi, which I never would, because like Gordon said, trains go everywhere. Seriously, everywhere. Or buses. You just got to learn. Good morning. Daichi Busami. Good morning, Mr. Drew. Good morning, Daichi. I don't recognize you, but thanks for joining. But besides my downfalls, do I, like, somebody asked me the other day, I was at Tokyo University campus, and they're like, oh, you don't read, I think it was some Adam guy, I think we barred him. Like, oh, you go somewhere, you don't research it. How the frick can I research everything? I don't need to. I was there to show architecture, right? So I don't know anything about Tokyo University. Do I know a lot about history on Japan? No. History is if you knew everything about Japan, you're a freaking rocket scientist, right? Ronan Dave, another YouTuber, he is amazing with Japanese history. So if you don't know who he is, I'll probably, maybe if I remember, to link his channel. But he just amazing, right? And he blows my mind. My auntie lives in Waterloo, Ontario. I am from, I have no idea how to say that, Aachen, Germany, but I don't, but I often stayed in your beautiful home country of Canada. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Here, only 16 likes. Like some would say, I know enough Japanese to get me into trouble, but not enough to get me out of trouble. Pretty much that's the way I am, yeah. Okinawa language. And there are different dialects, so on and so forth. 19, 20. Let's go all the way up to 40. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, I personally think the Japanese culture is amazing. The people here are wonderful. The first thought I had when I first came to Japan is like, wow, Japanese people are so polite. They're so thoughtful. They go out of their way to help you. 90% of the time, yes. But the more you live here, the more time you stay here, you will literally see a lot of assholes. It's a different vibe here. Like I was just reading on the news where this guy was purposely walking into women. Well, until he walked into a female wrestler and she put him on his back. The thinking of Japan is different than Canada. I can only compare to Canada because I've lived in Canada. I'm from Canada, right? I feel that Japanese people have progressive thinking, if that makes any sense at all. Do you want Japan to bring in millions of third world laborers? No idea what you're even talking about it, but anyways, western part of Germany, just close to Belgium, Netherlands. Dialects is there are folks here in the U.S. that speak what they think is English, yet I can't understand a word they say. Yeah, pretty much, right? Every country is different. But yeah, I feel like Japan has very progressive thinking. And I don't know how to explain this. Do you find human relations very complicated and stressful? My parents think I would be able to live in Japan ever because of that. I don't even have a comment on that, A1. But I do agree with Gordon. Japan take responsibility seriously. They take it very seriously, and you're right. As an example, and I'm just trying to think of something off the top of my head, is for me, maybe I'm walking down the street, okay? And sometimes you'll get people that just walk all over the place and blah, blah, blah. But literally every morning when I walk from here, from my home up to Korakuen Station right beside Tokyo Dome, literally people walk to the station on this side and they're walking away from the station on this side. And God forbid if somebody crosses over, that's just the ultimate sin. That's just kind of an example. You know, they follow rules too much, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I've always had that rules are meant to be broken thing. And smoking, here is a good one. Y'all know I smoke not in designated smoking areas at times, and that is my bad thing. You notice lately on the live streams, I haven't been smoking that much. But people say like, oh, Drew smokes everywhere. Sometimes I do. But if you live here, you'll see so many people smoking out of designated smoking areas. So they do break the rules at times too. There are people like that. People are just human, right? It's like military operator, everyone at your lane and keep walking, pretty much, right? Drew, I just watched some of your videos. What does keeping it real in Japan mean? Keeping it real, my version of keeping it real is I'm not going to follow a certain culturalistic way of things. I just do what I do, and I'm not a fake person. You know, a lot of YouTubers out there or social media influencers or whoever, you know, do these over the top things. And I just don't do that. You know, like if you meet me in real life, and compared to my videos, I'm pretty sure you'll notice that I'm the same. So I keep it real. I don't bullshit people. But you should be setting an example as a gaijin. No idea, Deck One. You know, I still have my way. So you're bringing the real you, no filters, no consideration. That's good, man. Thanks, I guess. Is sekinin momote kudasai is a common refrain mothers use on their children. It means adhere to your responsibility is very common. Absolutely. I got to say that last hub live stream TD was keeping it real. Boy, was I ever. I was watching the replay on that, and I didn't realize I called Tikio Sam out. Must have been the alcohol. Frau Wallace is watching you. Oh, hi, Rod. Somebody Saint Weather. Okay, I can't even say your name. But West Vancouver Bay. I think that, you know, besides the fact that Japan is a rule-based country, there are people that break the rules. Yeah, you defiled yourself quite a bit. No, I didn't. I think that, you know, now that I live here, now that it is my home, I've settled in quite well. And yeah, people can pick on me about, you know, my language ability or, you know, having a cigarette on the street. Like, if that's all you got, get a life. But as far as living in Japan as a foreigner, I don't seem to have any problems, as in traveling, eating, daily living. I know how a lot of things work. more than I care to admit to you guys. Do I follow everything? No, not really. I follow it to the letter of the wife law, is how I put it. But here's one thing. You're not triggering me, Deck One, but I'll say this. Most of the J vloggers are crap. It's all be done to death. Okay, but what about most of the vloggers in the world? It's all been done to death. Whether you're in Japan or whether you're in America or wherever you are, everything has been done to death. There's billions of videos the same done from every single person. So YouTube, most people watch YouTube because of the fact that you like the person that you're watching. It's not because I live, well, maybe it is because I live in Japan, but Luis B. Okay. I would hope that people watch me either because I'm fun, or I just keep it real. I'm not going to be somebody different than, I'm not going to be somebody that you want me to be. I'm just going to be myself. Drew, you wouldn't be doing vlogs if you weren't not in Japan. I bet you I could move back to Canada and still keep this channel going strong. I'm here because you're comedy gold. Well, thank you, Deck One. Anyways, I don't mean to malign the guy, just that, wow, all those subscribers, I don't get it. No, I understand, but I like Chris on certain things that he does. I don't like his channel on other things that he does. So just like this channel, right? I'm a small channel, but some people like, you know, maybe walking around, getting lost because I have no freaking clue. Or maybe people like, you know, when I sit down. A lot of people used to like the vlogs that I did. It all depends on the person, I guess. I found you through Critical Eats. Love both channels. Hi, Lynn. Sorry, I'm behind in the comments here. I'm just trying to catch up. She speaks Korean as well, I heard. Yeah, I think she was married to a Korean guy. I'm not sure, Daichi. I like this. Oh, I saw that already. Drew, be safe. Good night from Maryland. Good night, Jackson. Shenanigan, Hodai. Hoda. Pusa. Whoa. Pusa Studios is here? I tried to be the last comment, Pusa, but then I realized that I kept the window open and I went to go back, oh, I guess I'm last, and the chat was shut off. So I was actually the last one to leave your chat. How are you, Andrew? Hope you're doing well. I spent the day, guys, if you don't know who Pusa Studios is, Montreal, they do, every time I say hi to them, they're always like, oh, it's Tokyo Drew, a Canadian-based guy living in Japan, expat living in Japan. Well, Pusa Studios is an amazing channel. They got about 11,300 subscribers. They help promote the small YouTube community. They do an amazing job. I love them. They are friends. I just wish I could meet them one day, but thanks for popping in because I haven't seen you guys in months. I would watch you, Drew, no matter where you are located. Watch because you are yourself and no bullshit. Yeah, pretty much, right? I'm almost done. Drew appeals to a certain demographic. Yeah, Deckwans. Yes, my mother has a Japanese friend here in California that never speaks Japanese. See, I saw Tokyo Lens Norm do a self-intro in Japanese on TV. Then he had to resort to English once he had to describe his shamisen experience. Kerry couldn't do it in Japanese. You know, and I used to be friends with Norm. He speaks decent Japanese enough. I know he's not fluent, but he does pretty good. I got to give him kudos, you know. But his shamisen playing is amazing. And I'm pretty sure I like the plasma burns personally. Yeah, I knew you would worldwide. No package. Where's Alain? I wonder where he is. Pusa has a great interview about you as well. I think it's great that this channel is a smaller channel. A lot of bigger channels make you feel like you are just a number of nothing else to them because you never respond to you. I respond to everybody. Even if I had 1,000,000 subscribers and I had 3,000 people in my live stream, 1,000,000, 3,000, that just didn't make sense. But anyways, I would pretty much try to answer to every single person. And I think that's what sets me aside from just being a person, is I do care about everybody, right? I started following you after seeing you hang out with Shinichi the first time and thought, I want to hang out with these guys and watch the whole 4-hour live stream. And we did hang out Indigo 2 months ago. Thank you so much. Thank you. I totally agree, Konaman. I learned to speak French because I was living in France. You are funny, Pheng. Okay, I'm going to skip a few comments here. Oh, okay, cool. Drew, what did you think of Tikio Ham's video on Norm where he trashed him? He didn't trash him that much, though. But Sam is a character, just like me. And, you know, it is what it is, right? So, only you can prevent gray thumbs. Good morning, Juju. How are you? I'm still trying to scroll up. Hey, Nick, how are you? First of all, I saw you at Shinichi's channel. Then he looks for you for a funny beer walk. Since then, hooked on your channel. Thank you. Okay, I caught up. Whew. Gino, how are you? So yeah, living here in Japan. Sorry, I'm getting way off topic, but I think, do you understand JapanChannel.com? Every do collaborations, huh? Do you and JapanChannel.com ever do collaborations? No, I have no idea who that is. Got to go. Thank you, Betty. On the shamisen to Normas for his YouTube channel. I recommend Tokyo Street View for the real Tokyo lens, not a guy with a camera 5 inches from his face. Yeah, a lot of people comment on Norm's videos where he's just got the camera right here and he's always talking. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is, right? I'm comfortable living here in Japan. Would I ever move back to Canada? Probably not. I'm 52 years of age. And I think that the only thing that I could get into if I moved back home would be back into the casino business. Hey, Mindy's mom. I'm happy that you're here, darling. I could probably get a job at Niagara Casino or Falls View Casino or one of the Vancouver casinos, because I used to work for Vancouver Casino back in the late 80s, early in all of the 90s. I could probably do that. But I'm 13 years or so out of retirement. My honest plan is to keep working until 65, retire. I'm not worried. Excuse me, I'm having coffee burps. I'm not really worried about money. Do I want to grow the YouTube channel? Of course. And make money that way? Of course I would. And, you know, keeping it real content. There you go, Deck One. Use that part now. But will I work for my company as long as they have me? Probably. And this is the thing. This is the one problem I do have. Yay. Hey, Sandra, how are you? I miss Winter Gordon. I really do. But after seeing William Logan and RamsesSilent's snow troubles this year, forget it. I love the vibe you have towards Japan, Drew. I feel you're such a real person, such a real experience in the land after 15 plus years living there. That's what makes you different from the rest. Thank you, Andrew. I know it's you commenting. You're living it, not selling it. That's the thing, is of course I have faults. We all do, right? I have good things about me. Okay, let me try to find them first. But I'm not going to bullshit anybody. Plain and simple, right? I've traveled enough around Japan that I know things about what I know and my interest. And that's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, you don't know enough about Japan. But I know enough about what interests me, not what interests you. So there is a big difference there. Dekwang, could you see yourself taking shots at the hub at 65 years old on a live stream? Yes. Of course I could. But when I'm 65, I'm going to change my channel name to Angry Grandpa 2.0. God bless his soul. For a week in winter, yeah, pretty much, Marty. I could see myself drinking lots at the hub at 65. Hey, Jason, how are you? Thank you for joining. Are so boring anyways if they existed, pretty much, right? I'm 63, deck one, and I used to do shots at the bars, no longer though. And that reminds me, Swastik, I owe you a shot, so you guys are going to come with me. I'm going to go have a smoke, and I don't want to show too much of my house because the wife will kill me when she watches the replay, because she watches every video I make. But I'm going to go get a shot glass, and that's why I'm keeping the camera up. Swastik, if you're still here, shot glass. Into my kitchen, which now I can stream here better. Okay, we have, this is, I believe, from Looky Loo still. I have all this. You guys are wondering, you know, oops, what I drink? This is my alcohol little counter here, I guess. And that's some Filipino rum or something like that. But what do we got in here? 9 Banded whiskey. I think Indigo Rose gave me this. I haven't really got into that. Nick Reese gave me the gin. Got some Bullet. Got my Chivas. Got some cheap ass Black's whiskey. Where's the weed? I wish. God damn. That's almost why I want to move back to Canada. All right. This is for you, deck one. Well, for Swastik, but this stuff is freaking amazing. Cheers, guys. The wife is going to be coming home soon from her. I will still have a bottle of Tanqueray gin unopened. Actually, Japan is releasing a gin tomorrow, which I am actually going to go buy. It's called Sui. And I'm going to be doing a review on it because hopefully, I know it almost looks like turpentine, eh, Andrew? It's called Stillhouse America's Finest Apple Crisp Whiskey. Pheng, thank you, brother, for the support. And yeah, I smoke under my kitchen fan here. Even though we do own our apartment or condo or mansion, whatever you want to call it, because we have a community. Later, guy, take care. Is that you leaving Gordon or saying bye to Pheng? I spy Groot. Yeah, Groot. He is in my kitchen now. Awesome. I love Groot. We basically are not allowed to smoke on our balconies anymore, just because of the fact that that smoke can go into other balconies and stuff like that. Jimmy, Moko. So yeah, it's kind of boring. Give me one sec here. Because every time I have alcohol, I gotta smoke. And I still feel guilty smoking because of my puppies. But yeah, a few puffs. And Hiromi actually does smoke an Icos. So you definitely have a great taste. I hate this stuff. It tastes weird or wired. Dekwan, nope, doesn't speak Japanese. What are you talking about? So no drink, no smoke? I smoke. I drink. I do whatever. As soon as I get back, I'll talk more about Japan. And Dekwan, do you miss the Saitama bunker? which is just income for us, so we're all good. Moko out. That's all I smoke. I just have a few puffs. Winnie the Pooh timer. Go figure. Okay, guys, this is hilarious. My puppy always lies upside down. Hi, Chibi and Moko. Hi, Momo. Yeah, these are our precious puppies. I am sitting on one of their dog cushions just because. Yeah, I keep it real. Now I am under no illusions that I keep it real as Tokyo. They are sweet, eh? Hey, Mo. Moko is my pup. No, Daddy, I just had a cigarette, so I think Drew said the same thing when he first came to his country. Be careful. But no, I'm comfortable living in Japan. Do I think there's things wrong with Japan? Of course, there's things wrong with every country, right? I think, things that bother me. Well, thank you. Is that Katja? I can't really read. It's too small. I used to drink it a long time ago, but still drink their beers. I think that, there are things that bother me about Japan just because, hi, YB, how are you? I don't like the fact that, people are still pushy on the trains. I hate morning rush hour, and I travel every morning. I take a train from Tokyo Dome up to Ikebukuro, which isn't that bad, right? No 30-year-old Hibiki in the house. Actually, I do have, I don't have 30-year-old. I have the Japanese Harmony, but that is not unopened. It was a present actually from William Logan on Christmas time, and it's actually in my closet. So I'm just wondering if I can patch things up with William Logan. Probably not, Daquan. Well, maybe if you donate $20 to the channel, you can patch things up. I hate the morning commute. Right now, honestly, I feel that, with everything that's going around in the world, we know that situation. The panic buying here in Japan is just out of control. Thank God there's no natto in this country. They seem to have bought all the natto, all the toilet paper, all the kitchen paper or paper towels, and all the tissue. No idea why. But everything else you can get. So that I don't like. I don't like the fact that I pay $10 US for butts here in Vermont. Oh, sorry. Somebody asked me how much are cigarettes here. Cigarettes, I smoke the Marlboro Reds, and they are 520 yen, whatever that works out to American. And the same spirits would be $20. Good beer, German beer, I saw videos of you going to Costco. Did you buy tissue? No, we did not. Couldn't find toilet paper, paper towels. Luis is still here. Here, cheers. I don't like the fact that right now they're panic buying. So things I don't like about Japan, and this is one thing, about after living here, what are things that I don't like? And, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to share, right? Good night, Michelle. And I think it is rush hour, like A1 just said. I don't like the fact that people are running for trains and pushing people out of the way when you can get a train 5 minutes later. Things like that. And honestly, guys, there's not much that I don't like about Japan. I think Japan is an amazing country. They still have their culture, yet they've embraced the Western culture also. A lot of people come to Japan and they say, like, Oh, Japan is not what I thought it was. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Thank you for joining. Um, they expect temples and freaking straw huts and or whatever, but it's cement city here, right? Is there anything about your current work environment you don't like? Good question. Yeah, and I'm sorry to all my bosses that watch this. If they do, I wish I can get a raise. In the Kiowa business, they typically don't give you raises that much, or they keep the salary the same. Um, like of course, I'm a manager, so I do make. I do think that well, I do make more than teachers do, of course, but not that much more. Do I think I deserve a raise for what I do? Yeah, I do. I think so. But again, it's a hierarchy style here in Japan, I guess, where you got your sacho and your buchos and all these different titles going down, and they all get paid certain ways. Yeah, that makes sense, right? CEOs get paid more than freaking accountants and whatever, right? But um, I just I really wish they would adapt the maybe a 5% raise every year. Um, I think that for money, I think everybody's going to complain about money no matter where they work, anyways. So yeah, that's the only thing. I love my job. I love the company I work for. It has its pros. It has its cons. There are people out there on the internet that talk about my company saying it's slave labor or this or that. Welcome to Japan. Like, teaching English is not a career job, and that's why I don't teach English. That's why I got into the management position, because I can actually survive. Am I making a lot of money? No, but that's the reality of it. People are like, oh, you go to Japan, you teach English, and why don't you become an IT person? Or, well, I didn't go to school to be an IT person, plain and simple, right? Um, Luis was asking me, is kimchi healthy as natto? I guess. I don't eat either of them, really, Luis. I'm sorry, B, that I can't answer that, but if Hiromi was here, she could probably answer it. There's a different video somewhere. This man said he was offered your manager job position. He took it, but then gave it back to you. Is he lying? Yes, he was. That was Jake. No, you, me, Japan, Jake. It was on my recommended videos. Actually, it was probably in Reddit where you saw it, Daichi. Um, and that was Meg freaking Nito. Yeah, exactly. Um, I stepped down from being a manager, and then basically they hired a girl to take my place for a year, and then I went back to my job. So for him to say, blah 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 blah, no. And I didn't even comment on the video. I wanted to, but it is what it is. So, do you think Drew would be doing this shuck and jive on YouTube if PPC paid decent money? It's free delivery if you order it's over 35. So yeah, but things that I there's not much I don't like about Japan after living here for 15 years. Yes, a manager makes more than an English teacher. And there are some good companies out there right now. We bought some kimchi this weekend, 8 jars. Now we need toilet paper. I'm glad that Indigo Rose answered your question better than I can. Because, yeah, I don't eat either of those fermented things, really. Mom, you eat it like rice. It's really good. Other things I don't like about Japan, it's really not much. I don't know what to say, really, because I embrace everything here in Japan. I try to follow the rules as much as possible. A lot of people make fun of me about going to the hub, but let's get real. Yes, the hub is a British themed pub, run by a Japanese company. They have funky fish and chips, and they have certain pub foods that they have tried to embrace from the Western culture. But it's one of the chains that probably will survive forever. Now, if you go to an izakaya, usually they put you into a small little booth area, and you cannot socialize with anybody but those people that you're with. At least at the hub, it's an open bar style. You can, good night, Jackie. You can socialize, happy hour. You get a gin tonic or any cocktail for 260 yen. You go to an izakaya, depends. You can go to like Kinokura, pay 280 yen for a cocktail and food and all that stuff, sure. But I would rather go to the hub and have at least somewhat kind of okay food and drinks and see people. Yes, the hub has been known to have gaijin hunters, but foreigners and Japanese alike go to the hub. So hopefully that answers your question. Dekwan woke up with some random Hanako in okay, let's just remove that comment, Dekwan. Thank you. Bye-bye. Do you think when people visit you from other countries that going there with them sort of skews their tourist experience? I don't think so. I've met, I don't know, a few people. I don't know how Louis and B in the chat here, we went to the hub for drinks. It was a bit smoky for them. But other than that, I think after a few drinks, you get used to wherever you are drinking. Next time we will buy pizza at the hub, even though you don't like it. I don't like the pizza at the hub, actually. That was a Hanako with a daikon. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to remove comments because Daichi and Dekwan are, I believe, they're talking Reddit talk now, so we all know where they're from. Aren't smoking laws getting strict with izakayas or places like the hub from next month? The hub went non-smoking as of March 1st. They do have William Logan. Yes, love it. Here we go. They made I believe all the hubs no smoking now. So a lot of businesses are getting to become non-smoking with the Olympics coming up if they come up. And I don't like about Japan the smokiness. Absolutely, Marty. I agree. Oh, Daichi got timed out. There you go. I got scared when I saw it bubbling. And careful of Trois Pez or whatever their name is. They've been banned before previously too. Yeah, I'm glad, even though I'm a smoker, that a lot of businesses are going no smoking finally. I think it's like 20 years late. And that's one thing I don't like about Japan is the fact that, they should have followed suit like Canada and America and or wherever. Because even when I go to a restaurant, I don't sit in the smoking area to eat, just like Marty said. I would rather go and sit in a non-smoking area and breathe in semi-fresh air and feel a little bit better, I guess you could say, about eating, So yeah, that's something. But as far as things like, living here now, I still think the people are wonderful on the majority of people. They're still very helpful. I go to City Hall and I don't know what floor to go to. Obviously, the information lady is going to help us anyways, right? We were forced to go to the hub. You were, Luis. I'm sorry. I still think, you still get random people, even as a person living here, I might go to a station that I'm not used to. And I've had it where somebody's like, oh, can I help you in English, a Japanese lady or a man or whoever. And, they still want to help. So I like that. I like the fact that, you can still find temples and shrines and Japanese culture everywhere. You still get rude people though. So, that is what it is, right? I like the convenience of Tokyo. Now, where I live, I have one, two, three convenience stores within a 1 minute walk. I have a 24-hour grocery store. I have two other grocery stores. I have two dry cleaners. I have access to four different train lines, and this is all within a 5 to 10 minute walk of my house. I have one, two vegetable stores. I have three or four drug stores, dentists, one, two. I have three in my neighborhood within a 5 minute walk. So convenience is good as to where I live. It depends on where you live, though, right? We live where we live because of convenience. And it just amazes me that we live by Tokyo Dome, as everybody knows. And when you walk around the streets here, it's not that busy. Like as if you went to Shibuya, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro, Ueno, Asakusa, things like that. It's nice to live seriously in the middle of Tokyo and not have people in your face at all times. So that I do enjoy. So Tokyo is so easy to travel, amazing train access, and everything is in close proximity. There's really no need for a car. That's why we don't own a car anymore. About 12 years ago we did, and Hiromi didn't need the car anymore, so she got rid of it. You've got a good balance? I think so. As for foreigners here in Japan, you have all kinds of different foreigners with all kinds of different thinking. Some people embrace it, learning the language and adapting to the culture and stuff like that. Some people don't so much. I'm just plugging my phone in here to charge the battery. It is what it is, guys. Like you move to Dekwan fought his way out off timeout. Still glad you're here. You're watching this for every second that it's worth. Maybe I should go on, that website and just say like, oh, Dekwan's one of my best subscribers. I've had teachers come and get homesick right away because they haven't learned the language or they haven't embraced the culture. I've had teachers where they study Japanese and they're fine. If you come to Japan, and I'm going to give some advice because these are things that I should have done. Learn the language, yes. Get used to certain customary ways. Like I remember the first time I walked into a house with my shoes on, I was like, whoa, I got yelled at. I didn't realize you had to take them off in the Genkan, right? But most people, I think, around the world take their shoes off anyway. So, let's have fun with Dekwan. Love it. Learn to live on your own without a wife. Yeah, don't know what that means, but I'm back. Sorry, my cousin is visiting from Hawaii. Oh, that's awesome, Mindy's mom. I made a lot of friends. I have certain, YouTube friends like, Shinichi or Bushido Devil Dog, Paul. Phoenix 787, Zach, Ronan, Dave. Like we've all hung out. So it is, you do make friends, right? And then of course I have a lot of Japanese friends that I don't put on camera. I have friends that from the hub, and you save a lot of money without your own cars. Cars here in Germany are very expensive too. 11 of regular gas. Wow, that is kind of expensive. The bros do Tokyo, right? the fact that you've been in Japan for so long should shut up the haters. People are gonna hate. I don't care. You know, it used to bother me, but now I embrace it. And if you're gonna get all caught up in all kinds of drama and shit, you might as well just yourself right away. You know, I learned something from Luis when I met him when he was here in Tokyo. When we've had our drinking conversations in Vegas and things like that. And that message deleted by Mindisman. What did Worldwide AU say? Worldwide, you got done. A TD crew member got a TD crew member. I love it. Love it. Puppy time. Hi. Hi, kid. Yes, my dog is, it's that time. She's kind of jealous, I guess. I know, right, Marty? Here's another thing is for all you dog lovers or pet lovers out there, pets are treated like gold. Can I put Tokyo Drew in timeout? I never thought I would do this ever. Luis? Oh, Cobra must be really jealous of you right now. Pets are treated like gold here. Just like your children, right? Children are treated like gold here. And that's one thing I could not understand is the social pressure or the pressures that parents give their children to study. Now, I used to get into a lot of fights with my ex-wife as Kai would be growing up. He's going to be entering high school in a couple weeks. And that is the fact that for me, let kids be kids. But here, they go to cram school. They're outcast if you don't join some sort of after-school club. You're leaving for school at 7 o'clock in the morning. You come home late at night. Then you got to go to Juku. Then you got to go study some more. And it amazes me. The other thing I don't like about Japan is the fact that you have to pay for high school here. I don't know what it's like in your country, but for public high school, like I can understand buying books and things like that, right? But up until junior high school, which is technically grade 9 here, 7, 8, 9 junior high school, and then 10, 11, 12 would be high school. I know back home, you know, elementary school is 1 to 8 or plus kindergarten or whatever. High school was 9 to 12 or 9. Well, when I went to school, it was 9 to 13. But here you actually have to pay for high school. Now, I don't know what it's like I said, back in your country or not, but, you know, Kai is actually going to private high school. They have to take tests to get into high schools here. For me, it doesn't make sense, but it's the Japanese system. And private high school, there is like, I need 1 billion super chats. And why is everybody timing out Worldwide AU? Guys, he's a TD crew member. What is it? I must be missing these comments. You do know Worldwide AU is a TD crew member, right, guys? just want to check. Same here. I went to a private school. It just, I think Kai's school per year is anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 per year for the next. That's like 40 grand, just for high school. It just doesn't make sense why, you know, you should have free education, or at least use taxpayer money for the school system. I don't know how it works, but wasn't me this time. Was my question bad? Sorry, Sandra, I didn't see your question. What was your question? Let me go scroll back. I probably missed it. Sometimes these comments get really going here. I don't want to seem dumb, but what about what the heck is Reddit? Reddit is just it's like the newspaper of the internet, where you have all these different groups and subreddits and whatever. And right now they have two subreddits all about Japan, where basically people hate on Japan. They hate on me. They make fun of me. People like Dekwan, who is here now, will wait until I say something and then try to make a video or post something to try and make me look bad, or I look bad myself, or whatever. And they all just start saying nasty things. It's just a disease, but I like reading it, so it's fun. And I don't care. So I think the mother just wants what's best for Kai. Not sure what your comment is about that, Daichi, but basically my son's situation is he sat down with his guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor basically convinced him to go to private high school. He's like, what public schools do you want to go to? And Kai was like, oh, I want to go to school. And he's like, you're not smart enough. So I was like, shit. Sometimes they just, they talk to their kids one-on-one and decide what does the child want to do, what do they want to do in life, what do they want to achieve, so on and so forth. And then they recommend schools. And the guidance counselor basically recommended that my son go to this certain private high school. So, it is what it is. Hey, Wannamaker, how are you? Home from the Kings game, we lost. Oh, you lost to the number 2 seeded team in the East. I think that's what Luis had said earlier. I want to get a new Subaru this year. Do they still offer manual transmissions where you are? Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh, super sticker from Luis. Woo, woo. Arigato. Keep it up. Thank you, bro. I truly appreciate it. How sad some people don't have anything better to do with their lives, but it's mean to be others. I feel sorry for them. Yeah, it is what it is. I was all hung up for like 18 months, and now I make it be known that I read it, I embrace it, and I really don't give a shit. So, except for one moderator, if I do ever see him, he'll be sorry that I saw him. That's all I'm going to say, because, yeah, he's caused more trouble and he's met me in real life a couple times and played off on it and lied to me and tried setting me up for Reddit purposes. So, anyways, daily life though, we live in a comfortable apartment. As you guys know, we have the Saitama bunker. I like saying that. And then we also have another one in Izu, peninsula area. So investment wise, we are fine. We could, people always ask me if I ever did move to Canada, what would we do? Well, we could sell this place and the other properties that we own and gather up all our savings and our investments and move to Canada, right? That's what you do when you pick up and you move. We could, I'd be stoked to live in Saitama. Okay. I'd probably move back to Hamilton. My puppy is humping a cushion. Moko, can you stop, please? I know you're thinking about Dekwan, but stop. And what would we do? Hiromi being in the medical field, maybe she could do something in Ontario, Toronto, Niagara Falls, Hamilton, wherever. I could get in the casino business, or we could just stay back and collect early retirement. you know. So there are a lot of things that we can do. Damn, why is everybody... Guys, only one person, time out, one person at a time, please. Worldwide was timed out by Luis R for 300 seconds. Okay, no more timing him out. Or worldwide, come back as you know who. You guys are having fun tonight. I'm sorry, worldwide, that you're being picked on. Amo. I was talking actually about pets earlier. Sorry. Worldwide AU Dekwan, you could be Worldwide is a TD crew member. That's why I'm watching you guys time him out. He's just joking around. It's okay. We would welcome you to Canada. William Logan, I'm eating some Chipotle and hanging with you and the crew. How are you? Oh, for A1. Photobomb. Ready? Oh, this is Chibi. Yeah, she's got the lizard tongue like crazy. Guys, you should know. Wow, actually, Worldwide AU goes by a different name under the TD crew. So that's probably why you guys don't know. Just saying. Right, Chev? We spend amazing amounts of money on our dogs. We feed them the best food possible. We do not feed them any wet food. It's all dry food because dry food supposedly is better for their teeth. We do have healthy snacks for them. We clean them every day. We feed them religiously. Like 6:30 to 7 o'clock. That just didn't sound religiously then. But between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning and at night, tell us and we will time him out too. So things like that are awesome. Love. Yeah, Lynn, she does love me. Shopping. There's another thing. And this is one of the things that actually really, really does bother me about Japan is I want to make a pulled pork recipe. But trying to get the pork is almost impossible. Trying to get like nice thick steaks is impossible. Cheese curds. Like I got to make my own cheese curds and that's just too much hassle. You really have to know where to shop in order to get the food that you want, or you adapt. Like I always talk about this poutine recipe I want to make. I thought Costco would have the thick steaks. No, they do, but I don't want to have to buy 3 or 4 pack of steaks for $40 just to get a steak. You know what I mean? I think that spices are okay. Now that I got 70 spices, thank you, Looky Lou, Indigo, Rose, Cobra, Mindy's mom, Lady Murasaki, all the ladies in Vegas that time. But shopping for some food can be difficult. So be prepared that, when you do come here, sorry, A1 just said, I know I'll lose my Canadian card for this, but I guess it isn't the end of the world if you use regular cheese, if you cannot have access to cheese curd. Seriously? Luis, I owe you a shot from the super sticker. Now, the $2.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that, sir. I love the support. I'll go take a shot. Okay. But I can't get Can you imagine if... Oh, Mike Hunt is in the house! Mike Hunt! Sorry, ladies. I can't get drunk if you keep giving me shots because Hiromi's going to come home and then she might get upset at me. I'm going to blame it on you, Luis. Oh, God. All right. Making me get up. Wine bottle, Hiromi's. This is my coffee collection here. That's how much I drink coffee. I drink that much coffee. Crazy, eh? Just now, you guys have all seen my kitchen, eh? Pretty messy, pretty easy. Pretty small kitchen, but still it's doable. Lots of storage. We have a lot of stuff here. The only problem I do miss is the fact that we don't have an actual big oven here in Japan. We got like the little fish fry ovens. So like this, of course we smoke here and all that. But this is basically, the fish thing. You can make toast in there. That's the oven. That's it. The rest is all storage. Well, that's our built-in dishwasher, whatever. But that's the one thing I do miss about being back at home is the fact that we don't have, those big things like where you can, what is that rack behind you on the shelf? Looks like blue pink bottle. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mindy's mom. Give me 1 sec. Luis. Cheers, bro. I guess this is turning into a shots. I'm just going to leave it on here. I'm not sure. Are you talking about this thing here? Mindy's mom? This here is my Nespresso, like just little coffee pods. It's all coffee. This is from the Nespresso company. Of course, our Nespresso machine is like this machine here. You put the coffee pods in, kind of like a Keurig or whatever. And yeah, that's what that is. And of course, we got Groot. Groot is religiously there. Fried onions, all these spices. Like I got all these spices here. Now, you guys are always wondering about my spices. A lot of people have asked me, check this out. This here is my spice, like way too many spices for a kitchen, but I guess you could never have enough. And a lot of these came from the ladies in Vegas. You are so spicy. All right, one more. And Luis, I'm going to get in trouble for this, right? Sorry, Chibi. Hold on a sec. I'm going to get in trouble. And I'm going to blame you, Luis. Cheers. I'm going to wash it just to make sure. Okay. Don't think I really need this light on to save electricity, right? That's another thing I wanted to ask you. Wait, TD taking shots at 1 p.m. Japan Standard Time. Awesome. Well, how much for the whole thing? Just kidding. Yeah, you better be just kidding. Isn't my puppy cute? I ordered a Cuisinart coffee maker for my hubby that has the burr grinder on top. He loves his coffee in the morning and is being kind to not use the regular grinder so as not to wake me. Ah, that machine, when it makes coffee, it's very loud. I just, Drew, do you hide your drinking from Hiromi? No, not at all. Hiromi drinks wine. Ask Luis and B. Hiromi loves to suck back the wine. Ask Wannamaker, ask Moto Gnome, ask everybody that met Hiromi in Vegas. Like, she's a good social drinker, and but she likes wine or beer more, whereas I'm more, whiskey, gins, things like that. So, yeah. But yeah, we were talking about shopping, and it's really hard to find ingredients sometimes. Like if I don't go to Costco, then I can't find like a good, I'm going to say a good hot dog. But I miss hot dogs, right? I'm sick of deck one always being so negative and confrontational. Can we please give him the boot? How did she still deal with your coming home smash from the hub Saturday? Okay. I guess. You can time deck one out anytime you want. Just don't hide them. Time them out 300 seconds, no problem. But I promised I wouldn't bar him from the channel. Only time him out once. You guys are jumping on everybody. Damn. I wonder if LMA is going to come back in the chat. Maybe we can pick on him too. I think for alcohol, you can pretty much get whatever you want here. We have Yamaya, which is like an amazing liquor store and other things. LMA is a lot cooler. So that's not a problem. Deck one is just having some fun, to be quite honest. And he's harmless, guys. But I understand. And I know some of you will private message me afterwards. Get rid of deck one. And yeah, maybe we should, eh? Yeah. I'll put up with it for now, though. But I wish, like, something as simple as, do you find instant coffee easier or an espresso machines easier? I like instant coffee. And the reason I use Nescafe is I can just control the strength of my coffee. I like thick tar Turkish style coffee. When I make a coffee, I add 2 tablespoons of that instant coffee into this mug, and it tastes gross, but that's the way I like it. The Nespresso machine, you can get different strengths and different tastes of coffee and stuff like that, or flavors or whatever. It's okay if you drink, a small coffee a day, but I drink typically, 2 to 3 of these mugs of coffee every morning. So, and I can fall asleep right away too. You may have sleep apnea, Mr. Drew, if you need that much coffee. I guess. I don't know. I sleep quite well. I go to bed pretty much between 10:30 and 11:30 every night. I wake up at 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning. I don't wake up in the middle of the night. So 2 cups, good enough for me. I PM'd you online. I knew you would, Wannamaker. I can't check right now, though, because I'd have to shut this live stream off. But yeah, like grocery shopping here, you adapt, right? For me, like I eat a lot of Japanese food and or my version of Canadian or American foods. Like getting hamburger buns, the big buns like this big, it can be difficult. I know I can get them at Costco. I can get them across the street where I live, but for some reason there's sold out half the time. So I get the little buns, and I make sliders a lot. So seems that there is an online seller, the meat guy. Yeah, the meat guy is way too expensive, Marty. And the flying pig, which they just pick up stuff from Costco and ship it out, way too expensive. I've dealt with the meat guy 10 years ago. It's not worth it. I would rather either not go with go with it, or hunt it down. Sometimes you can find a good butcher shop, but it all depends on the cost. So when you were at the hub walking away from the camera, you had no buns. But yeah, I think, after, just to summarize, basically, after living here for 15 years, could I have done better on the language part? Yeah. Yeah. I want to see some jiggy, Drew. That's kind of gross. Have I accepted the culture? Yes. Yeah, we can get Dr. Pepper here. That's pretty awesome. Would I change anything that I've done after 15 years besides learning Japanese? No. I think that Tokyo, being the big city that it is, the biggest metropolis in the world, like as an example, why are y'all talking about Drew's junk in the trunk? Pretty much, right by you. Chinese are the #1 tourist here, but they don't speak Japanese. Just think about that. But there are Chinese translators here. So yeah, I think I would have studied Japanese. But now my mindset is to the point where, all right, TD crew, have it your way. Oh hell, let me have some fun here. There we go. Now I'll do it. I just had to join in the fun. Damn. I probably wouldn't change anything. I'm not a saint. I am myself. I miss Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in months, years. Last year, 2 years ago. I don't worry about work here in Japan and silence deck one in a way you don't become the thing you hate. No, not really, Daichi. We could time you out too if you want. We like to pick on deck one. Deck one picks on me. You reap what you sow. I think that was well said by me. And I think deck one loves it anyways. I wouldn't change anything. By all means, I am not a history person on Japan. I know what I know with my interests. Ask me sumo questions, I could probably answer it. Ask me about trains, I could probably answer it. Ask me about eikaiwa questions or teaching English in Japan, I can answer it. But if you're going to ask me about the Meiji period restoration, blah, 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 no, I'm not going to answer because I don't frickin' know. Just things like that is kind of like how I am. There are people out there, like, do I know anything about manga? No. But I know, where maybe certain places, and yeah, you can Google it, Mambo, absolutely. Could I give you the ultimate Tokyo tour? Yes. Luis, I want to put you in timeout so bad. I really do, but you made me drink 2 shots, so I can't do that, and you donated to the channel. Thank you. I have traveled on almost every train. I have traveled on every train line in the Kanto area. I've probably been to over 65 to 70% of every train stop. Do I know a lot about Akihabara? Yeah. Sakusa, Ueno. Some things in Shinjuku. Please put Luis. Luis, you're asking for it? Yes, I don't deal in politics, right? I keep losing my balls. I don't even want to know what that meant, William. Do I know, Luis, sorry, it is not possible. You are a moderator. Golf? What does that mean, William Logan? Oh, ball. Okay, I get it. Okay. I thought it meant your balls. um, you know, I am who I am, and oops, sorry. I know what I know, and that's how I live in Japan. I think that if you watch my channel, um, you watch for me, not because I live in Japan. You watch because I can be an idiot at times. You watch me because I take you on tours at times. You watch me because you've met me in person and you enjoy the attitude that I have. Maybe I don't know, but hello. Do you own a vehicle? No, I do not, Stephanie. And how is the driving in Tokyo? Hectic. I do not like driving in Tokyo or in the surrounding Kanto area. There is no, honestly, if you come to Japan, you live in Japan, and you live in the central Tokyo area, you do not need to own a car. There are enough trains and or connecting bus systems to get you to anywhere you need to go. So hopefully that answers your question. People in Japan generally don't seem to like talking about politics, but I did get a few "what do you think of Trump" questions. I guess, I don't know. Jason says, because you are entertaining to me, bro. Thanks, Jace. I'm hopefully doing a decent service. Oh, and TD crew members, I'm actually making a video for you guys. So I have come up with a couple things here. I started watching for Japan. Now I watch because I have a great time with Drew and everyone else in the extreme. And that's, I think, where a lot of people change. Once they catch on to who I am. Are there restrooms on the trains? Yes, there are, Mindy's mom. A lot of some like Tobu lines around, or some of the subways don't. But a lot of the like the Tokaido line or the Utsunomiya lines that run all the way from down in Odawara, Atami area, and go up into Takasaki, up into Utsunomiya, cutting through Tokyo, they do have toilets on the train. I've never actually used one because every time somebody opens up the door and I'm standing by it, it frickin' stinks. So I wouldn't recommend using it. You are like you. You are, and I love it because you are damn real, and that's what matters. Thank you, Christian. Drew, you make me smile and I enjoy the company. We hang out. Absolutely. That's what I want to create. That's why I'm on YouTube, is to have 5,000, which we're almost there. I think we're at like what, 4969 as of this morning, 31, 32 maybe. Maybe Deck One unsubscribed again. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers, which for me is pretty good. Do I want 10,000, 100,000? Of course I do. But like A1 had said earlier, smaller communities are tight knit. If I could make a full-time income with only 5,000 subscribers, absolutely, it would be freaking awesome, right? I could give more back because I wouldn't have to work for my company. And full-time would mean making like 4.79. Awesome, cool. Full-time would mean, making $5,000 a month on YouTube, which is never gonna happen. But like I have the Patreon TD crew company people helping support, and that helps pay for my travel. Like no matter where I go, it's costing me at least $10 to $15 to travel. So people, I hope you realize that I'm putting it in on for certain things, right? But I do want to start trying to figure out how to get. I forget who mentioned it in the comments today, that maybe I should get a pocket DJI Pocket Osmo or something like that, or a new camera for my live streams, and I'm looking into that. Or Luis, you can just send me your camera and it's all good, bro. Be positive, you will reach your goal. You know what? I'm always positive. I dedicated my bicep workout to your road to 5,000 subs. Thank you, New Type. What would be considered a decent living salary in Tokyo? $3,000 or more, which if you're coming to teach English in Japan, you're not going to make. So, I am happy with what I do. I'm happy with myself. I kick myself in the ass about certain things that I didn't bother doing. You can have my Osmo. I don't like it anymore. You can send it to me by you. I'll give you my address. Later today. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Deck one out. Oh, he's back. See you in 6 months. May William Logan be struck by lightning while he is golfing. You don't pick on my bro. You just don't do it, Deck one. I would rather bar you. We had some fun with you, but now you're hidden for 6 months, and you knew it was coming, so. Who's barking? Why are you barking? So yeah, that's pretty much my take on Japan after 15 years. I'm serious. I'll bring it when I make it there. Cool. Or you can mail it to me. Probably be a lot faster. The way this stuff with the viruses worldwide, like everything is shut down. I agree. He has tried his hardest to keep his promises. I was trying to push buttons because I get tired of all the Trump bashing by people working on feelings alone. Drew, I didn't comment much, but always enjoy the videos. Well, thank you, The Relic. There are people out there that are a little, I'll say this, okay? Because this deals with some of you in the chat. Sometimes you guys are just a little bit too much when it comes to politics. You get a little too sensitive. People get like that in general, I guess. And out of the respect for my channel and the community, that's why we don't deal in religion or politics. But I think people are just overly too sensitive. And maybe it's an American thing. I don't know. But, or maybe it's just a generational thing. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I would have no Kareen haircut, orange clown. No freaking idea what that even means. I have 16 handicap. Oh, can you talk about... Okay, why was Karen haircut timed out? Just wondering. Don't get it. Relax, guys. How can this channel grow if you keep timing people out that just come in? Abuse of power. Oh, okay. I agree about the V word thing. It's really frustrating. I would have been there in 5 days. Yeah, you know, like I have to wash dishes now. Mindy's mom, thank you, darling. Yeah, the virus, it's shut down everything in Tokyo, all these tourist places. Mods are all pew 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 today. They've been drinking or something. I think Wannamaker's upset that the Sacramento Kings lost. William Logan's maybe had a few. My two bros, love yous. You guys bug me, I'll bug you right back. I'm happy with my life here in Japan after 15 years. I haven't done everything perfect. There's things that I can improve on. What are you drinking then, William? I thought you were having a beer. I'm sorry. I think that never ever ask a German about his opinion about politics or anything else, because you would need a loot of time for the answer you get. Yeah, I guess. Diet Cokes. Oh, really? Oh, brother, you're doing all right. No, his Sacramento Kings lost. I don't watch basketball, so that was my first vindictive timeout of a sub. Stop it. But you know, it's all good on this channel. I think that, like I said, if I could change anything, I would learn Japanese. But that's about it. I wouldn't do anything differently. I wouldn't act any differently. I would still enjoy life. Do I have hardships? Of course, right? Oh, Stephanie, ouch. I must agree. Raptors. But I enjoy Japan. But I would rather you guys watch me for being me than being a J vlogger or a Japan-based vlogger, whatever you want to call it. Because, you know, like there's American vloggers. Do they call them A vloggers? No, right? So that's why never too late to learn. No, it's not. If I grab my balls, yeah, I just said that, and actually make an effort, I could probably do a lot better. Now, I know Hiromi, she always says, why you don't learn Japanese, why you don't learn Japanese. And I always say, well, we predominantly speak English between us, but she is so right that I should learn English more, right? I mean, I should learn Japanese more. Duh. So, you know, that is my only downfall, I think. People make fun of me going to the hub or having whiskey shots. What's wrong with drinking shots or having drinks at the hub? There's nothing wrong with it, right? Grab instead of just scratching them? Yeah, grab. I got to grab them, Marty. Psyduck. There is an NBA player who has your name except for he spells it Jrue. Oh, okay. My parents were German. I never learned. I should. A vloggers, I guess French vloggers would be F floggers, right? It goes on, man. Yeah, it is what it is. So I gotta go have a smoke. I gotta make another. I don't know if I should have a coffee or a whiskey. Have you ever met a latest type? I do not understand that question. Show the puppies? Okay, I could do that. So I'm sitting on their cushions, but Chibi is right here, barking at the door, and then Moko is kind of over there. Hi, Momo. What are you doing? Chibi, I don't know what Moko's doing. What are you doing, Moko? She loves the camera for whatever reason, though. Is that enough showing the puppies? Or we'll do it that way? There we go. Kind of hanging out. Eh? It's almost snack time for them. I sneak snacks, and I hope my wife doesn't watch the replay on this, but you're going to get some snacks today, aren't you? You're going to get some snacks? I got to take them for haircuts, too, which is another thing that's freaking expensive. $75 for a haircut per dog. My God, every 2 to 3 months. That's like, do the math, Drew. Do the math quick. 150 times 4. $600 a year just for haircuts? My God. If not 5 times, right? Can you say hello to B for me? Drew, I think new type means a foreigner who thinks they're more Japanese than a... Oh, I see. Sorry. Yeah, you get foreigners like that. Of course. You get a lot of people, you know, I've seen foreigners here that are so in love with Japan. They dress up in freaking Pokemon shirts and this anime and that anime. Hey, Angel Girl, how are you? And they speak Japanese and they are so otaku. It just drives me nuts. But to each their own, right? Like, well, I couldn't picture somebody doing that in Canada. They can wear frickin' salmon on their head and drench themselves in maple syrup. That would be pretty awesome, though. Holding a beer and a hockey stick. That'd be awesome. Hey, Clayton, how are you? Yeah, 70. But, well, it depends on where you go. You can find special discounts and stuff. But typically, I'm telling you, man, typically we pay anywhere from $60 to $75 per dog per haircut. It gets expensive. And it's a 3-hour thing. So sometimes they'll take only one dog at a time. So that's basically a 6 or a 7 hour day. we take them over to Ikebukuro, and say we drop off one puppy at 11 o'clock, we'll walk around Ikebukuro with the other, like say with Chibi, and then say at 2 o'clock or 2:30, they'll call us saying, okay, and we'll drop Chibi off and pick up Moko. And because she just got a haircut and because she's clean, we can't let her walk around. So we put her in the stroller and we got to waste another 3 hours. I was waiting, Mindy. I didn't want to say it, but yes, weeaboos or weebs. That's exactly what we're talking about. Probably cheaper to find one out in a smaller town and make it a day of it. That might be true, Marty, but because of the fact that we do, how Japanese is Ronan Dave? Ronan Dave, I wouldn't say is Japanese, but he knows a lot of history. I've never actually heard him speak Japanese that much, though. I cut my own hair. That's why I wear hats all the time. Me too. So, yeah. Thank you. I think this is the beauty of this community. We support each other. And that's what I love about this community is, I've created Discord. I've created line groups, but I have hair. Yes, William Logan. I would never try cutting my puppy's hair, A1. I just don't want to screw it up. And that's, honestly, I was just saying, like, that's what I love about a small community is we're all together. I have email lists. I have the line group. I have the Discord. We have our Patreon TD crew members where, I give you guys, postcards with handwritten letters. And I take time to do that, right? So I want to put some thought and care into every single person I'm talking to that helps support the channel. Private videos, we started finally yesterday, the private live stream, which we still got to work on, whether we have community members joining or just me streaming, or maybe a mix of stuff, maybe do a Lost in Tokyo for private members only. Still working on it because now it's evolving. I think we're up to like 44 TD crew members, which is pretty freaking awesome, man. My goal is to hit 50 by the end of March and 5,000 subscribers on the channel. And then we'll put some serious thought into changing the Patreon TD crew members into things. I was thinking about doing it March 1st, but now I'm thinking about April 1st is making a snack pack level. Which might be a lot of work, but I got to make it worthwhile for myself, for the support, and for you in receiving interesting things at the same time. So I got a lot of ideas. It's just, do I have enough time to give the attention back to the community? 50, you're already 52. Thanks for reminding me, Wannamaker. Then you tried retracting it. Christian says, but our dogs are family members, so they are getting all what they want and need, right? No, absolutely. You're almost there, bud. I am almost there by you. But I'm not going to I'm going to go live. I'm writing everybody's name down. And don't forget, TD crew members, you all have at least 2 entries into the thing. But I'm going to do it old school. I'm going to write everybody's name on a piece of paper, and we're just going to draw names that way. At least that's what I'm thinking about for now. I still have time to think about it until we get to 5,000. I want to do kind of like Critically Japan Paul. He does kind of like a dice thing. I'm only 6 months younger than you. I know. Okay, I have to get to bed. Going to be 1 a.m. soon. Good night. What time? So Eastern, it's 1 a.m. It's 12:45 Eastern right now, right? A.m. Back off, the Dyson is mine. What is it with you and that damn Dyson, man? Oh, damn. I have 3.5 minutes before I got to go. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do for the rest of the day either. I am off today and tomorrow. I'm going to try and talk Hiromi into doing some tamagoyaki. Oh, last night I went to go film a recipe and my camera died again. So I'm putting it kind of into the private video. So just for you TD Patreon members out there. And plus our trip down to Izu Peninsula. So stay tuned for that. It'll come up in the next day or two. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can do a cooking video. And I'm also thinking, guys, and of canceling Food Sessions channel. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Whether I want to be more structured on this channel with live streams. But I'm not too worried about the algorithm. Maybe I should be. That's why I don't grow as much as I do. I don't know. But, you know, maybe if I did, you know, the morning coffee show once a week, a couple Lost in Tokyos, and then the cooking videos on this channel and keep it all on one channel. Not sure. Don't know what to do. It's a good vacuum, really, Luis? I was talking to the Patreon members about it yesterday, and some said do what you do. But I really I'm not a niche channel, you know, and because of the way attitude that I have and the way I do things, I don't like sticking to certain niche things, if that makes any sense. Right now I'm having a hard time filming in my kitchen because I do mostly by myself, right? It will go in value, Wannamaker, yes. TD walks, TD talks, TD cooks. That's a really good suggestion, Marty. What do you guys think about that? What he just suggested might be a good thing, right? Shinichi got me really excited about making the Food Sessions channel, but we're like 352 subscribers or something like that. But I find that because the channel is young, it's really not getting the views. I bet you if I put the exact same video on this channel, it would get recommended by YouTube. The algorithm will probably work better. So you still think I need to keep the Food Sessions? Just your opinion? Thanks, William. I'm always second guessing myself and doubting myself and, you know, things like that, right? So I just not sure. Would I try it with one? Yeah, you know what? I could. You know, maybe I'll put my salmon video on this channel here. You never know. And like I had said earlier, like I did the exact same video as Shinichi a few weeks ago, and it didn't get anything, where he got 500,000 views. And his channel's not that very big either, right? It was new. So it all depends on YouTube, I guess. So I don't know. But that's why I tried to give more value to the Patreon TD crew with the videos and the postcards, because those are the people that support me. Those are the people that I talk with privately a lot in the line group, in the Discord, and hopefully more of you will change into that and help support the channel, and develop friendships among yourselves too, right? That's what I like to do. So I just sucked back a cigarette. Damn. I'm going to go into my den in a minute. TD walks, TD talks, TD cooks, and falls off the bar stools. Really, Wannamaker? I just got to fix the living room here for a second. Shutting this light off. It's going to get dark because I'm going into my den. I got to check. I want to check my Food Sessions channel out, actually. And I don't know how to get it, but hey, Luis, this is just for you, brother, by the way. Got to turn my... There is the train. It sits religiously in front of me every frickin' day. I hate looking at it, but oh well. And just because I got to type my password in, I don't want you guys seeing it, of course. Not that any of you guys are ever going to come here, but... Well, Shinichi has come here, so... So yeah, I'm looking at my Food Sessions channel now. Was the J vlog here earlier, or was it just showing up now? Who's live? Anybody on my subscriptions? No. So right now I'm looking at 252. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but go to my channel. And so yeah, like I made a creamy pasta, 126 views, 132 views, sliders. The only thing that ever hit like was 700 views was, I've got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 videos. One was a live stream here from Luis a long time ago. And then my intro. But other than that, like, you know, maybe it's my thumbnails. Maybe it's just, this was my best video, of course, at 700. Yeah. New subscriber, Jason. So, and then of course, now we are at, let's see, 69, 49.69. So we're trying. We'll get there. I'm sure we will. So yeah, guys, I think that's about it today. Again, just to recap, if I could do anything different, 69, dude. If I could do anything different, I'd probably just say by learning the language. That is my downfall, of course. I wouldn't change myself. I wouldn't change the way I live, because then I'd just become a fake person. And I just truly believe in keeping it real, right? I am who I am on camera in this video is the way I think I am in real life. And if you like me, great. If you don't, piss off. That's always been, that's something my grandmother, a little lady from Cleethorpes, England, or Grimsby, England, taught me when I was young. Hey, Looky Lou, how are you? I only got a couple of notices. I haven't seen most of them. I'll go look for them. Thank you. Be yourself, and that's what matters, right? I'm going to fire up Duolingo again for my next trip. Bye, Drew. See you, everyone, later. So yeah, that's just me. So I think there are a lot of pros and cons to living here in Japan. I think that no matter what country you go to, either you embrace it or you don't. You get homesick or you don't. You learn the language or you don't. Yada, 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 yada. And I just want to say that after 15 years of being here, I've made a couple mistakes, but I think I've kept things as positive as I can. And I really, truly love living here in Japan. So without further ado, I hope to see you guys again. Thank you, Mindy's mom. I truly appreciate it. I hope you keep watching, and hopefully we get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and 50 Patreon TD crew members would be pretty awesome too. So yeah, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my afternoon. Keep it real, keep it raw, straight true to yourself, because I always do, and y'all know that. Peace. Bye, guys.